even if this was paranormal, which even Stevie Wonder could see it's not, what does a triangle have to do with anything? How is this relevant? What is it evidence of? Evidence that your equipment doesn't work properly? Hey, SEGways! Today I'm watching Ghost Adventures with none other than Zak Bagans himself, who I wanted to react to for a while now. This show is hilarious. Usually when I have a channel I want to cover, I have to watch a bunch of videos by the content creator before I find the right one that's good for me to cover. But with Ghost Adventures, the very first video I watched, I loved and I had to make a video of my own on. I think I would have felt the exact same way with pretty much any Ghost Adventures video I decided to click on. So this is Season 25, Episode 4, Scotty's Castle. As always, a big thank you goes out to my members and patrons. You guys voted for Ghost Adventures, but it was very close between Zak and Project Fear. And I mean really close. Mosagi was way behind. So if you want to say on who I react to next, please consider becoming a member or a patron. The link is in the description.
So here, in a very desolate, deathly valley, there is a very mysterious structure that we are here to investigate, and that is Scotty's Castle, one of the most unique locations that we have ever investigated.
This is a pretty interesting location with lots of history, which I do appreciate Ghost Adventures covering for the most part accurately. The relationship between Albert Johnson and Walter Scott is very strange in the construction of this castle. There was also a very recent flash flood in the area, and the castle mysteriously caught on fire for reasons to this day which are still unknown.
So we are going to be entering into a very raw location.
What does raw location actually mean? It's a posh looking castle or a manor house.
We arrive at the castle and instantly feel a captivating energy.
I think this is the first time that a location has actually just made me speechless.
Don't worry, Zak doesn't stay speechless for long. The thing I love about TV ghost hunters, which is very different from YouTube ghost hunters, is they have to squeeze everything into about 42-43 minutes, because that's the duration of the show after commercial breaks. So TV ghost hunters move so much faster than the YouTube ghost hunters. There is little to no time to create any kind of suspense or tension. They see a ghost and then 2 minutes later it's on to the next scene, then on to the next scene and the next. As if what they just captured is only going to be interesting enough to the viewer for about 2 minutes. And what they claim to capture is pretty big. I think the producers of the show are probably scared to let their audience think long enough to realize that this is all nonsense. And yes, Zak is a producer of Ghost Hunters.
I have to say something where I was sitting in here, turn the car off, put it in park, and then I'm looking at the castle, and as I say that the castle is just vibrating with energy, the car starts by itself.
It's a ghost car!
This is a dream. Why'd my car just start? It just started.
Ghost Adventures blur out the car logo in their video, but even though I'm not a big car guy, I'm pretty sure these are 2022 Chevy Suburban SUVs. These cars, like many newer cars, have a way to start the car without a key in the ignition. Some even have apps that can start the car.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Sergio and Tony Meza were caught in the 2015 flood while deer hunting.
The water started just rising.
His truck it's a lifted truck, man. The hood's up here. The muddy water was just coming over his hood. And as it was coming over his hood, yeah, it was over the hood and over the windshield.
But did you feel as though that your lives were in danger?
Well, yeah.
Yes. One false move and
you're dead.
Yeah, you're definitely dead.
For me, these sound effects are adding more comedy than horror. I know what these guys went through would have been terrifying and traumatic, and I'm very glad they made it out alive. But the way Ghost Adventures overproduces everything kind of cheapens the whole story from these guys. It's like the show can't even have 2 seconds of silence without them crowbarring in something.
Faced with the choice of possibly dying in a raging flood or entering the castle, Sergio and Tony chose the flood.
They chose the flood. Are they saying the castle was so creepy that they decided to turn around and face a dangerous flash flood?
I don't always make great decisions under pressure.
Because at one point, one of the fellas even says this.
All I could do was just sit there and look at pictures of my kids on my phone now. They probably were thinking that I'd never see my kids again.
So this doesn't quite add up for me. I think ghost hunters are editing out key information in this. Because I don't think for 1 second anyone would look at this place and say, oh, it must be so haunted that I'd rather face a flash flood that could kill me.
I have invited psychic medium Patty Negri to join us as a safety measure against anything malicious or aggressive.
Patty is so funny. You'll see firsthand why a little later in this video. She's worked with Zak a bunch of times, as well as huge YouTubing ghost hunters overnight. She's even been on MasterChef, Wipeout, and America's Got Talent.
There's no business like show business.
Give her time and you'll probably find her on Dating Naked.
We need to know what is in there with us, if there is something in there with us.
As we enter the courtyard and begin investigating the 2 main buildings, Patty is instantly affected.
Affected with what? Rabies?
This feels created by human spirits, something else and something controlling, and they all got wrapped up in it. And then it became darker and more evil, which they've all fed into it and they've fed by it and they feed it.
I honestly have no idea what Patty is talking about here. It's just a lot of words without saying anything. I also have no idea why Zak has that mask on and nobody else does. And why is it bright pink? I don't really have a fucking clue what's going on at all, but I am loving every second of it.
What is it?
It's the worst thing in the world, whatever the worst thing in the world is.
The final episode of Game of Thrones? Listening to a Jeremy Renner album. Oh no, I got it. A Twin Paranormal video.
Patty, do you want to go this
We
way?
enter a room with an overpowering energy.
Whoa. What is this?
We feel in here, feel in here, feel in here.
Oh, what is this place?
Patty talks more about the negative energy here that she calls it.
That's why it had to be out here in the middle of nowhere, because this energy couldn't be anywhere else within civilization.
So it was trapped in this castle in the middle of nowhere to protect the rest of the world. Who trapped it there? Why did they decide to trap it in the castle? What is this entity? Why is there an evil entity at all, since this is supposed to be haunted by Albert, Scotty, and Bessie? Can I pull off the t-shirt with the waistcoat look? What should I have for dinner? Is Matt Rife actually funny? Are my parents ashamed of my life choices? Is there such a thing as unconditional love? How does DC keep making the same mistakes over and over again in all their movies? Why are wasps such assholes? For your sanity, I'm going to stop this bit right here, but just so you know, I could have carried on with this for another 10 minutes.
Patty proposes a Ma chant, which is known to heighten spiritual energy.
I want you all to prepare yourself for this. Have a sit down, maybe make yourself a cup of tea or a coffee, treat yourself to a yummy biscuit, and take in all of the crazy you're about to witness. Good luck.
Is she, drunk? A little.
I think it's going to really either use it or hate it or both. So just kind of say,
There's tension here. There's a lot of tension here.
You know, since starting this channel, I've seen a lot of weird shit. Oh, that's it. Nothing more to add.
Sucks for figuring you out, huh? They don't like it.
Patty also has an underwear business called Patty's Power Panties. Change your underwear, change your life. Pretty much, you wear these undies with words like success or wealth written across your ass, and it's supposed to help bring these fortunes to you. It's a shame these Chinese kids who thread this underwear together don't get to wear them.
We capture 3 distinct voices in quick succession. 2 male voices through the polterpod and 1 female disembodied voice.
What was that?
Yep, I'm convinced this place must be haunted.
Something's in here, guys. Something's in here.
And I'm almost picturing him.
Who is him?
Hi. Roger. What? Hi. Roger. Hold still.
Nobody named Roger has anything to do with this castle, so I have no idea why anyone treats this seriously. Unless they're trying to say this dark entity, which Patty says is the worst thing in the world, is named Roger.
Leave! Don't mind me.
Oh, did it say it?
It. Oh my God.
It said it. It said it.
It went
And that's
it.
what I heard. It.
Is this the same it that Patty picked up on earlier?
I hope you're all enjoying this bollocks as much as I am.
Aaron, with all the Polaroid photos we took on our preliminary investigation, did we capture
50.
anything?
Look at that. 50 of them. The best one was this one. So take a look at this. That's
Wow.
like in the middle of the bridge. And it should just be all dark.
Yeah, it almost looks like someone is shining a flashlight on the building.
There should be no spot there. It's not like a glowing lens. It's not a light flare.
It's a very distinct ball of light.
Yeah, and it's glowing because
And none of the other photos did we capture this, right?
I don't
Things
think
like
I've ever captured something like that.
That is so stupid!
Yeah, like it's hovering there or trying to block us from entering into that other part of the castle.
Yeah.
That's a good photo, Aaron. Good job.
Thanks.
Out of 50 Polaroids taken, this was the best one.
At this moment, I would like to introduce a piece of evidence that I would say just might have to be our best piece of thermal evidence to date.
I don't know how often they get thermal evidence on this show, but this has to be good.
What the?
I did not realize how incredible this capture truly was.
Yeah.
I'm going with the mannequin.
So what we're looking at right now, ladies and gentlemen, is what I saw in the moment. I immediately went to that room. Hang on. There was nobody in that room at all. If you look at where the face would be, you could see what looks like an arm, a hand,
Right.
a leg in complete blue, and a little toe.
And you can see the face, like you were saying, it looks like it's screaming, like it's like.
I can see an arm, and a hand, and a leg, and a foot. But as always, ghost hunters go that bit too far and try to tell us there's a screaming face. I can't see any facial features in what is probably an edited image.
Inside the castle, it identified itself as Roger. I just don't think Roger is human.
Roger.
But it could be. Let's go find out who Roger is.
Yeah, let's find out.
Who is Roger? That's the question we all need answering. By the way, Patty doesn't come back in for the rest of the show. There's no goodbyes. She just disappears like a witch, I suppose.
I bought a new camera for us to use, a UV camera. It's what forensic police use, right? I took a test photo of you, and the directly behind you looks like an orb, but it's more importantly.
But it looks like there's
there is a
it's not like, oh, here's an orb. It looks like a face.
No.
There looks like
Here,
distinct
here.
features. When we look at the photo in question, you can see me here, and to the left, we capture a triangular-shaped anomaly with what appears to be a face and the brim of a hat within it.
What the hell am I looking at here? Seriously, what am I supposed to be looking at? Is that Slimer? Did you photograph Slimer?
Bessie, we know you guys had secrets. We want to know what those are. I just saw like an anomaly or something in that doorway.
Really?
Yeah, it's the first one I've seen all night.
I capture this black anomaly leaving the room.
It's okay. It's okay. It's just a bug.
No, it's a bug.
Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to deploy this 360-degree zoom microphone. Okay, this is the area where we capture those two voices. These microphones right here will collect anything in a 360-degree radius. Very, very highly sensitive.
Billy also places the Paranormal Puck 2 sensor directly on the bathtub.
Before we go any further, the Paranormal Puck is a device that can monitor EMF, temperature, light, humidity, and even somehow has the ability for you to text ghosts. And honest to God, I don't really understand it at all. But thanks to one of my researchers, we were able to track down the Paranormal Puck manual. And it clearly states here it's for entertainment use only. Funny how Ghost Adventures doesn't feel a need to tell their audience this. But then again, Ghost Adventures should also be for entertainment purpose only.
Bessie, can you appear for us in the bathroom?
Living wrong.
Who is here living wrong?
Is this spirit telling us, the living, that it is wrong to be here?
Yeah, it could be telling you that. Or it could be telling you it's wrong to assume anyone ever lived there. Or living is wrong. Or it was correcting itself and it didn't mean to say living in the first place. You can interpret this bullshit however you want. It's total bollocks. But can we take a moment to really think about what we're watching here? Zak Bagans is telling us that they have technology that can directly communicate with the dead via text. We can now text the dead, albeit the response you get will probably be very similar to that if you text your ex-girlfriend at 3 a.m. when you're drunk. But Ghost Adventures is still trying to claim this thing is real. If it was true, they would have changed all of science as we know it. This would win the Nobel Prize. This could be given to people who want to text and talk to their loved ones. This could be used to communicate with murder victims to find their killer. Surely nobody out there, if you think about this for longer than 3 seconds, believes in the paranormal fuck. I mean the paranormal fuck. I mean the paranormal fuck. I mean the paranormal puck. Jesus.
Where is Scotty? No response.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
As we leave the bathroom, it seems as though this anomaly follows us. This is not any type of flying insect or dust particle.
What are you talking about? Of course it's a dust particle. Without a shadow of a doubt, that is dust. What else could it be? A ghost? I didn't even realize until I watched Parple's latest video. By the way, go sub to Parple, he's awesome. But he explains that you can even find orb green screen footage straight off YouTube. It's really easy to fake. Now, I'm not saying Ghost Adventures is necessarily faking this. I'm just saying it's easy to do so.
Do you hear me? Do you wish to make contact with us?
I ask the same question to my dad every day.
Daddy wasn't there.
Can you appear for us in the main room?
Oh, whoa, what's that? What is that?
What the heck, Billy?
Oh my gosh, what was that?
That? It looked like just a burst.
Yeah, when you said that.
Like a portal burst or something.
A portal burst.
Like a portal burst or something.
For the love of God, what are you talking about?
It was like a burst of energy, like a portal.
Are you fucking stupid?
As we move on, we cross the bridge where earlier we captured the anomaly on Polaroid.
This is where we captured a ball of light in the middle of the bridge.
That's where you shone your flashlight. and took a photo of it.
What is the mysteries about this room?
You did?
Whoa. Don't move, Bill.
Dude, it feels...
What the hell?
It feels weird over here, dude. What is this over here?
It's bent backwards.
There is no way to prove the SLS camera can detect ghosts. Here is a video sent to me by an awesome subscriber of mine, Jack Shear, showing the SLS camera will pick up anything and interpret it as something with 2 arms and 2 legs.
That's a cat.
Ghost Adventures say a few times in this video that the patterns on the floor are very unique.
I just realized what the tiles are.
Oh yeah, they're 6-sided stars.
Yep, whole room.
And that's all this SLS camera is doing here, interpreting the patterns on the floor as a person. Most of the time, what the SLS camera picks up on the floor isn't even human shaped, it's just lots of weird random lines.
It's almost like something smashed its hand on the ground and he can't move his hand. He's like stuck there, so he's trying to move around.
Is this ghost one of those Extinction Rebellion knobheads that's glued itself to the floor just to piss everyone off?
It's weird, dude.
He's laying in the center of the floor. Are you a human sacrifice?
By the way, there is no history or anything whatsoever to suggest there was any kind of human sacrifice or cult-like activity in Scotty's castle. Absolutely nothing.
I'm like cordless.
Whoa.
Hey, there's a bunch of heat in front of me. Like hot air.
Okay, they're just trolling us now.
Bro, it's a triangle there.
Oh my god, it is!
Did you see it?
Again with the triangles in here.
There's a triangle.
So, it's a triangle. I mean, the SLS camera is supposed to detect human shapes. You know, with 2 arms and 2 legs. If it is showing a triangle, it just sounds like it's broken. Maybe it broke itself to escape this bullshit.
Where is it?
It's reaching towards your legs.
It's changing all different kinds of shapes.
We find it very intriguing that within the figure is a well-defined triangle, much like the triangular-shaped anomaly with the face inside of it we captured earlier.
I think I'm actually lost for words now. Have I just fallen down a wormhole or something?
You guys, it's getting really warm right here.
He's on his hands and knees. He's crawling.
What the This is so weird.
You know what I'm talking
Whoa! Oh my god!
Bill, he's on your knee.
Bro,
He's
it's so
attacking you.
hot. Hey, there's heat right here.
He's attacking Bill.
It's literally hot. I can feel hot air.
Okay, it's a troll. I'm being trolled by these guys. We're all just being trolled. Well played, Ghost Adventures. Well played.
Dude, you gotta come. Someone has to come over here.
Dude, it's
Aaron,
a
you have to come
triangle.
over here.
Oh my god!
Dude.
Did you see
Oh,
that?
it's like a black. Oh my god! I got oh. Oh, I feel well. This is weird.
Guys, I'm like...
Calm down.
What the hell? Oh my god! No way!
Oh my god! It went into Bill!
It finally reached for your feet, grabbed your foot, and it morphed into a triangle.
Are you serious?
A perfect triangle. Dude, I am blown away by the triangle evidence we've got.
Who gives a shit? Even if this was paranormal, which even Stevie Wonder could see it's not, what does a triangle have to do with anything? How is this relevant? What is it evidence of? Evidence that your equipment doesn't work properly?
I read a ceremonial incantation.
Spirit of the fire, remember. Evil. Spirit of the fire, remember.
Whoa, stop.
Hammer time!
As soon as you said fire, a giant anomaly shot out of that door and flew over here with this box.
Are you serious?
Huge, just like the one that was outside. I don't know if this. I don't know if you should do this, dude.
Watch as this anomaly enters frame, then stops at the edge of the circle. It then ponders, decides to not enter, and leaves.
Yeah, moths are scary. Anyway, up next is the DR60. I have reacted to so many DR60 ghost communications since starting this channel, and honestly, I'm just over it, so I'm just going to skip the rest of this rubbish.
We decide to check in with Jay at base camp, and then I have an idea to wear night vision goggles and enter the castle with only Aaron.
Oh, I feel like the guy in Silence of the Lambs. Precious. What did he do? He puts his... I'm crying. Can't remember when he did that.
Yeah, I remember when Buffalo Bill did that creepy dance in the Silence of the Lambs movie and tucked his cock and balls between his legs. I have no idea why anything you are doing right now would remind you of that character or that scene in the movie. For those of you that don't know, Buffalo Bill is the main antagonist in The Silence of the Lambs. He was a serial killer who would murder overweight women and skin them so he could make a woman's suit for him to wear. And I have to stress, what I see in the show has literally nothing to do with that character or that scene. So that just leaves me asking, Zach, is there something you've got to tell us? Should I be alerting the authorities?
I can't put into words what it's like walking through here with these goggles on, knowing the caliber of visual evidence we have captured so far. This is one time where I'm expecting to see something looking back at me as I turn these corners.
Ah, I'm only kidding. There's nothing here.
I want everyone to look very closely at what I just saw and captured. As I turn my head, I see a human-shaped mist in the center of the room. It then moves away and gets smaller as other orbs appear and follow it, almost as if this mist figure created a static charge.
I had to watch this several times before I could see what Zach was talking about. I don't see any orbs whatsoever, and even if I had the imagination of Terry Pratchett, I still couldn't see a mist that was human-shaped. But there is a slight something if you look at the bottom of the center of the screen. Is it someone vaping? Is it editing? Or maybe it could be a ghost. Who knows? But this is the problem with shows who, let's politely say, exaggerate and take liberties with what's really happening on the location. If you actually see something, it's hard for us to take you seriously. Now, if Real Evidence, or PSI, or Ghosts on Trent, or Joe Vitale, or Weeping Willow Paranormal caught this, it would be exciting because you know their findings can be trusted.
Aaron and I immediately take out the PSB-7 Pro device to see if we can communicate.
In here. I think I've heard enough.
I've watched enough Spirit Box sessions to know I do not want to watch another Spirit Box session. So I'm going to end the reaction here. Zak Bagans and Ghost Adventures is definitely entertaining, but I hope nobody takes this show seriously. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment and let me know if there are any other ghost hunting videos you'd like me to review. Cheerio!